Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. Today I have a very interesting topic. It may be controversial to some, but what I'm going to do is ask the question that is a very popular question, especially in Congress, in politics, or as a whole now. And that simple question is, what is a woman? What makes a person a woman? So what I'm going to do is play some people from the members of the LGBTQIA community, some heterosexual females, also a man who identifies as being gay. This is not supposed to, I'm not trying to bash anybody. I'm not making any transphobic slurs. I'm not trying to be offensive whatsoever. I'm just going to play what other people have said. And this is an educational video, trying to see what we can start a discussion about. So let's go ahead and get started with it, ladies and gentlemen. You tell me what you think about this as I play these clips out of fair use. Let's get started.
The only people that give me a hard time are people who already know my tea and who already know who Cherry the Boom is. The average man that does not know.
For you who do not know, this is a transgender woman. Transgender, I don't know what the pronouns is no more, but transgender.
The only people that give me a hard time are people who already know my tea and who already know who Cherry the Boom is. The average man that does not know me or know my tea sees a beautiful woman, and y'all know that, and that's why a lot of bitches is upset. Let's talk about it. Y'all be sitting here trying to act like we trying to do something to fool somebody. No, bitch, us being ourselves is enough for me. Me being myself is enough for me. And I don't have to mistake nobody to make them think I have periods or I have children or any of that. I am Cherry and I am free and I'm myself every day. And if it bothers any of you hoes, oh well, your toe will just be stepped on. Get out of my way. You wouldn't have to worry about me stepping on your toe. Mind your business. You wouldn't have to worry about me stepping on your toe. Y'all hoes, y'all real women get stepped on when you're in the wrong lane. Your concerns, your worry, your commentary, your voice, your opinion, your everything about you is in the wrong motherfucking lane. And my whole thing is, if we were not real women, then what are we talking about?
We're talking about how women who are born biologically with uteruses, with the ability to have periods, and with the ability to give children. We're talking about that group of people who feel as if they are being attacked by men who identify as women. This is the main problem right here. This is the argument, which to me, if I exercise my First Amendment right underneath the Constitution of the United States of America, my freedom of religion, according to my religious belief, there are only two genders. There are not 30, 50, 60 different genders. My personal humble opinion. A man can choose to be a woman, but because he chooses to be a woman does not necessarily make him a woman. There is this white gentleman named Matt Walsh, and he made a very good point one day. He said that if people from the future exhumed our bodies and found our skeletons, and they found the body of a heterosexual woman, and they found the body of a heterosexual man who later identifies as being a woman, they would look at the bones and see that that person who identifies as a transsexual or homosexual, they will only think that that is a heterosexual male because they have the body frame of a man. So what it is that women are feeling attacked. That's what this is coming down to. They are being pushed out of spaces that would normally be their spaces. You have transgender women who are on the cover of Sports Illustrated, which used to be mostly dominated by biological women. And again, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm trying to bring some clarity to this situation right here. So the problem comes into play when you feel that everyone else has to pretend or go along with what you want them to go along with. If you want to identify as a rock, a turtle, a donkey, a man, a woman, a cat, a giraffe, that's your business. I'm not knocking that. I have every right to have an opinion against it, and I have every right to have an opinion for it. It's whatever I choose for myself, for my life. So I'm not trying to be offensive to no one by deciding to say if I believe what you're saying to me or not. You get what I'm saying? And this should be a lesson to the women, especially the black women. Why? Because you're so busy fighting against the men. You say you want men to protect you, but now you feel that you are under attack by men who decide, or they claim to believe, that they are women. You're being, in your eyes, and I'm quoting a lot of people who say that we're being attacked. That's what women are saying. We're being attacked. We're being left out. We have no one to protect us. Ladies, this is why you need a man. All this, I don't need a man. All of this, I'm an independent chick, boss diva. You can't protect yourself. You want our protection, but yet you reject us. You reject our need for you to be traditional and submissive to us. So therefore, you don't deserve our protection. You fight this battle by yourself. You fight all these struggles by yourself. Leave us out of it because you don't need us, remember. And I have no issues with transgenders, homosexuals, or anything like that at all. So I see them. I think we all know some of them. So I don't have no issues, but I want to bring this to the forefront.
If you know I wasn't born a woman, if you know I'm not a woman, if you know this and you know that, then what are we talking about? You know why we talking about it? Because it exists. We're talking about it because it's visible, and we're talking about it because you're intimidated.
And let me speak about that. I think this may be true. Some of the points that the transgender is saying may be true, because a lot of these transgenders have adopted feminine qualities, meaning they are more pleasant to be around than the modern biological woman, especially those who are in the Black community, in my most humble opinion. You have women in our ethnic group that acts extremely masculine. There are women, modern women, who act extremely masculine. But then you have men who say that they are women who decide to transition into a woman. However that works, they become transgenders, and they start to act more feminine than the women out here that we want to be with us. These transgenders are acting more like ladies than some of the ladies out there. They're not all of them now in mass, but they are more soft-spoken. They are carrying themselves as if they have a respect. You really don't see a real transgender in the streets of Houston or whatever. You don't see them outside in hair bonnets, shower caps, blankets rolled over their shoulders. You don't see them in public with fuzzy slippers coming out of their pajamas, out the house into the streets to go to Walmart or to any other retail store. It's almost as if they have totally adopted the idea of what a feminine woman is, making natural women look bad. Women who are born with uterus, who are born with the ability to give birth and have periods, you have abandoned these soft skills. You have abandoned your ability to be feminine. So of course you are threatened, because now it seems as if, and I know this is going to offend a lot of people, but some of these transgenders, if I'm saying that right, because it's hard to talk about these people now, it seems like, but some of these transgenders are behaving more ladylike than you are. They are doing some things better than you are. I see it when Houston is one of the biggest cities. I see these transgenders all the time, especially in communities. If you're in Montrose area and West Time and all that stuff, it's a community of them. And when you go to stores, they are dressed up. I mean, really dressed up, like they have pride in what they're doing. Women, you are falling behind, not because these people are attacking you. It's not because they're jumping all over you. You're falling behind because you don't respect yourselves enough to look decent anymore. You don't respect yourselves enough to look or to act feminine anymore.
You cannot find one trans woman that is worried or concerned about who a man or a woman is fucking. Y'all all worried about who trans women are fucking because, bitch, you're intimidated. And let me give you the answer. We fucking whoever the fuck we want to. We fuck men, boys, girls, trans, other trans men. Bitch, we fucking straight men, gay men, bi men, DL men, pansexual men, bisexual men, women, curious women, DL women, black women, white women. We fucking the same people y'all fucking.
Oh, no, you not. I ain't. A lot of that people on that list, I am not touching. I don't know where you're getting that from, and what kind of disturbing when you said that y'all are having, relations with men and boys. Now that kind of threw me off right there. I hope that was a grammatical error. I hope you messed up when you said that, because that was kind of whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Boys, girls, trans, Other trans men, bitch, we fucking straight men, gay men, bi men, DL men, pansexual men, bisexual men, women, curious women, DL women, black women, white women. We fucking the same people y'all fucking.
I repeat, we are not sleeping with the same people. A lot of those, you named everything but donkeys, giraffes, and elephants, and flying monkeys. I'm telling you right now, I ain't. No, sweetheart. No. But I got other things I'm gonna show you. So like I said, women, you want our protection, don't you? Then you have to start treating us like the men that we are and honor us. Stop disrespecting us.
He is a challenge.
Now, since we're keeping it a buck, I'm gonna be real too. A lot of women don't see y'all as competition. They see y'all disrespecting the very people you are trying to be like. It's only right that they sit you down and humble you. For example, if anybody was trying to be like me, but then talk down on me, I would literally let them know. Remember, you're trying to be like me. I ain't trying to be like you. And let's be real women don't want to be called cis women. Like transgender women don't want to be called men. How you want them to respect you, but you don't want to respect them? And I seen a transgender say, women are going to be mad when they start doing uterus transplants. Mad for what? They're the one that got to give y'all the uterus. If anything, they'll be happy to give it to you. But your body is not designed for that. So we're not even going to entertain it. Real women, they're not mad and they don't see y'all as competition. They're just asking for respect. Have a blessed day.
What has this world come to? Uterus transplants. I'm seeing it all now. That's just one thing. I'm gonna play another clip. I have several clips right now. Like I said, I'm gonna play some from some transgenders, some women who may be identified as bisexual, lesbian. That was a straight guy speaking right then. I'm gonna have another straight guy speaking up here. And I want to see what y'all think about these things.
Here we go again. Don't come for me. I know my hair look crazy. I'm doing it at the moment. And like I said before, I am a part of the LGBTQ community, so please don't come for me. But I will say something on this situation because I feel like it's something else that needs to be said. Make it make sense. Okay, let me make it make sense for you. How are us as women insecure? Please make it make sense. When you're going to use insecurity and you're going to use transgender in a sentence, you can't add the two. You cannot say that a woman is insecure because, baby, if you look at yourself in the mirror, you are the one trying to be like me. You are a boy trying to be a woman. There's insecurities there. You don't like the body that you're in, so you're trying to fix it. You are trying to go to a doctor to pay this money to...
I have to agree with this lady. I don't know if she's bisexual or lesbian, but then for you to be in that community, you got to be one of those. You cannot be heterosexual, right? But I have to agree with that. There's no way that you can be totally happy with your body if you are taking, in my humble opinion, what is it called? Hormone blockers, getting surgeries to put on breasts and all that, and changing your penis into a vagina. Of course, you're not happy with your body. You want to be what it is you think you are on the inside. You know what I mean? I'm glad that I'm playing all these different points of view. You know what I mean? So that hopefully there's no bias in this. Hopefully there's a discussion that's going to come from this video where people can really sit down and air out their grievances with each other, so we all can come to a reasonable understanding here.
To fix it. You are trying to go to a doctor to pay this money to fix it and to have what I have. That is a part of being insecure. Why not accept who you are and why not accept the body that you are given? Okay? To me, I feel like this whole transgender thing, how far it's going, when a transgender woman is trying to knock down a natural woman, a woman who was born at birth, you don't have rights. You do not have rights. I will say this again. When it comes down to you being transgender, you are transitioning, okay? When it comes down to me being a woman, I was born this way. You are trying to become what I am. There's insecurities there because you were born as a young boy, as a man, and that is your birthrights. But now because I am feeling a certain way because you are saying certain things about me, you call me insecure. It don't make sense. Okay? Another thing, when it Y'all are changing the way that you function, meaning you are trying to no longer have a ping ping. You are trying to have a JJ. You are trying to not use the bathroom standing up. You are trying to use the bathroom sitting down. You are trying to have a menstrual cycle when you didn't have one before. You are trying to give birth to a child when you have never or will never give birth to a child.
Now, this is the answer to the question to some extent, in my personal opinion. Everything that she just mentioned, able to have a period, able to, have a menstrual cycle, to give birth, have a uterus. Those are the biological qualifications to what a real woman is. Now, let me say this right here. According to my religious belief that is protected underneath the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, my religious belief that I'm practicing, I do not believe in cis women. I don't know where this stuff is coming from. They are doing everything they can to change the structure or the tradition of America. To me, a man is a man. I am not a cis man. I'm not any of those things. I am a man. And to me, a woman is a woman. I didn't see anywhere in the scriptures, in the Holy Bible, anywhere, where I see these pronouns used in such a way, or these descriptions used to describe any man or woman. I don't see cis men or cis women in the scriptures, according to my religious beliefs. So to me, a woman is a woman. And I would be upset too. I'd be upset too if people from a certain group was trying to push their beliefs on me and tell me, Jeremy, you're not a man. You're a cis man. I'm like, what you talking about? What you say? No, I'm a man. No, Mr. Hill, you're not. You're a cis man. No, I am a man. I would be offended. Just how these people from this community of the LGBTQIA get offended when they think people are using transphobic slurs or homophobic slurs or any type of derogatory statement towards them or whatever it is. They will get upset. What they have to understand is, even though they may not mean it to be disrespectful or derogatory towards us men and women who are born this way with our body parts, when you say things like you're a cis woman or a cis man, that is to us disrespect to us. You get what I'm trying to say? So y'all gotta understand something.
It is so much. You are trying to wear a bra when you never used to wear a bra. You are trying to wear women clothes when you never used to wear women clothes. Like, I think that when it comes down to being a transgender, y'all should really have y'all own lane. Like, you're no longer a boy. You don't even see yourself considered as a boy. You're not even a woman, because you're still not going to be able to properly function as I am. So literally, you guys just need to have your own lane and stay in that lane, which is transgender woman. That is it. Baby, that is it. That is it. I don't.
To an extent, I really do agree. If you have your own lane. See, now what I'm going to do now is show you a woman, a white lady, who feels as if she was violated. And I'm not using this show to promote fear of any kind. And I'm not trying to stereotype anybody or label anybody in any type of negative way or attach any type of negative stigma to any community, be it heterosexual, lesbian, bisexual, LGBT, whatever, all this. I'm not doing that. But I want you to hear what this lady has to say. And remember, ladies, you don't need a man. Remember that now. You don't need a man. You don't need our protection. You don't need us at all. You got it all covered. We're just in the way.
An update on Paul Bixler. I went to my gym, Esporta, in Arizona. Paul Bixler was in the women's locker room while I was in there getting undressed. I undressed my entire top and my sports bra. I was completely topless. Paul Bixler, the man, was in the locker room, looked at me undressed, and left the locker room. I called the police. The police arrived. Apparently, Paul Bixler has cut his wiener off, so that makes him a woman. He has cut his genitalia off, which makes him more of a threat and more mentally ill, in my opinion. He has changed his driver's license to say that he is a female, and therefore, even though in the women's locker room, in my private, safe, secure space, A man was there watching me undress. He walked out the front doors.
See, this is what happens when you give everybody what they want. When you give everybody what they want, chaos will ensue. There are boundaries for a reason. There are parameters and rules, regulations, and laws for a reason. Once you start to show favoritism to any group of people, allowing them to do what they want, then you will have these type of situations. And I'm gonna throw this out there. In my most humble personal opinion, the movement that the LGBTQIA have is nothing like the civil rights movement. I've heard this for a couple years. It's like the civil rights movement. No, being black, you have no choice in that matter. Being a black heterosexual male who sleeps with women, you have a choice. Every time I choose to sleep with a woman, I'm making a choice. If I was to choose to sleep with a man, I'm making a choice. But I have no choice in my race, in my color. So to me, that is an insult to all the black people and white people who was involved with the civil rights movements, who was killed trying to make America better, trying to see that everyone has equal rights. It's an insult to those children that was killed in that bombing in Alabama. It's an insult to the people who got beat up, who had dogs sicked on them when they were trying to protest peacefully. It's an insult to Martin Luther King, who was assassinated. It's an insult to Malcolm X, even though he didn't believe in the movement that Martin Luther King had. All the people who sacrificed for us to have this type of lifestyle now, where there is no Jim Crow as it were back then, as I repeat, as it was back then, that's an insult. Because those people was hated because of a color, not because of a sexual preference.
Safe, secure space. A man was there watching me undress. He walked out the front doors, unarrested, not charged. No charges filed. Nothing is wrong. He is free. He is free as a bird, despite being a man who saw a woman undress in the locker room. We are in a society now where women's rights are officially over.
Your rights ain't over yet. They still are there. The thing is, this is what happens again when you let everyone do what they want to do. Also, this is what happens when you don't need no man. We don't need no man. I don't want no man. I don't need no man. All these things is what you get. Now, you may not know, or you may know, there was a famous singer named Neo who got in trouble for allegedly making transphobic slurs. But really, from my understanding, there wasn't transphobic slurs at all. He was just giving his opinion. There's nothing wrong when it comes to having your own opinion. Some opinions may come across as rude and disrespectful, harsh and sensitive, but it's still an opinion. That's all it is. You have your opinions. I might not like them, and vice versa. Let me play this for you.
I just personally come from an era where a man was a man and a woman was a woman, and it wasn't but two genders, and that's just how I rock.
Me
now,
too.
You could identify as a goldfish if you feel.
Right.
I agree. That ain't my business. It becomes my business when you try to make me play the game with you. I'm not going to call you a goldfish, but
exactly.
you want.
That's what I think a lot of people are not understanding. A lot of us are saying, if you want to, even if we disagree with it, even if we think it's ridiculous or silly or not, if you want to identify as something, that's up to you. We don't have no issue with that. That shit ain't got nothing to do with us in our personal lives. We have an opinion about what it is that you do, whatever it may be, right? But when you want me to go along with whatever it is that you feel or think or believe, when you want me to go along and give you a stamp of approval on your narrative or on top of your ideology, that's where you cross the line. I am not required to agree with you. You feeling some type of way, you thinking a type of way, does not place any custodial, I'm using the wrong word, obligation on me. I can't remember the word, I'm gonna say custodial, but obligation on me to follow you. I don't have to agree with you. That is what makes America great, is the fact that we have the ability to disagree with each other. There's nothing wrong with that. If not, we just be slaves underneath a dictatorship, having to follow everyone's lead. We don't have to do that in this country.
it becomes my business when you try to make me play the game with you. I'm not going to call you a goldfish, but you want to be a goldfish, you go be a goldfish. I feel like parents have almost forgotten what the role of a parent is.
Amen.
It's like, okay,
Lost control.
if your little boy comes to you and says, Daddy, I want to be a girl, and you just let him rock with that.
To me, make some valid points. Very valid point, man. Whatever a person does in his household ain't got shit to do with any one of you. If he's the father and she's the mother and they trying to raise their children into a certain way, especially if they trying to raise it in accordance to a religious belief, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That is their first admittment right. First admittment. I keep thinking I'm saying it wrong. Admittment, but anyway, that's their first right. Boy, I am messing up today, ain't I? Some of the words ain't I? But it has nothing to do with you. I think a lot of you are just taking things personal. I got another one for you. Are y'all familiar with Candace Owens? I'm gonna play a little bit of her stuff right quick. Hold on. In response to what Neo just said.
Our society is failing because we don't have strong men. And I intimated to you guys yesterday that it especially impacts me when it is Black men, seeing Black men walk down the carpet wearing ball gowns, the red carpet wearing ball gowns. I
have to agree with that. I am so sick and tired of seeing our supposed strong Black men dressed in a feminine way, especially when they quote unquote do not identify with any member of the LGBTQIA. You saying you dressing up in dresses, high heels, and wearing purses because you're trying to show support to that community. No, you're dressing like that because that's what you want to do. Because there are so many other ways where you didn't have to humiliate yourself or change in a certain type of fashion to support any group of people. If you want to support the LGBTQIA, there's so many other ways to doing it. You could have did it financially. You could have did it through words, a lot of things. When you put that stuff on and mascara on your eyes and you start to, as a grown man, put fingernail polish on your fingernails and stuff, that ain't got nothing to do with you supporting them. It doesn't. It's something that you wanted to do. I think it was it LeBron James, all these famous rappers and stuff putting on dresses and stuff, and then when a rap a song about how they manly and going to take their pistols and shoot in the air, all this. Come on, man. Really?
This is what we're seeing. The humiliation of Black men is what we are seeing in Hollywood. It seems like a humiliation ritual. So you can imagine my shock, my surprise, and my absolute elation when I saw that Neo reversed his publicist's apology. He essentially went on a rant. And here's what he had to say. Get ready. I think it's going to make your day. Take a listen.
I normally don't give too much of a damn about what y'all think about what I do, what y'all have to say about what I say, whatever. I normally don't care because, like I said, opinions ain't special. Everybody got one. However, this is something I feel very strongly on, and I need y'all to hear this from the horse's mouth, not the publicist's computer. So check this out. First and foremost, I do not apologize for having an opinion on this matter. I am a 43-year-old heterosexual man raising 5 boys and 2 girls, okay? That's my reality. Now, if my opinion offended somebody, yeah, sure, I apologize for you being offended because that wasn't my intention. My intention is never to offend anybody. However, I'm entitled to feel how I feel. I'm absolutely entitled to feel how I feel the same way.
Exactly what I said. Each individual in this country has a right to feel however they choose to feel. They can feel that the members of the LGBTQ, I keep messing up. I'm sorry for slaughtering up these. It's just so many letters in this. Every week is a new letter or something added to it. I don't understand it, but the members of that community, if they feel, okay, I rock with them, I believe everything they say, that's fine. If that's what they feel as an individual, that's them, man. I don't answer for them. You know what I mean? They got to answer the guy for what they believe in or what they don't believe in if you are a religious person. Or if a person feels, okay, well, I don't agree with what these people are doing right there, that's okay. They also got to answer the guy for what they believe in or everybody got to answer to a higher power. If you are a religious person, each one of us are going to have to stand in front of our maker with our choices and our opinions and our points of view. It has nothing to do with hatred. You get what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, sure. I apologize for you being offended because that wasn't my intention. My intention is never to offend anybody. However, I'm entitled to feel how I feel. I'm absolutely entitled to feel how I feel the same way you are entitled to feel how you feel. I ain't asked nobody to follow me. I ain't asked nobody to agree with me. I was asked a question and I answered the damn question, okay? I have no beef with the LGBTQIA plus community whatsoever. I ain't got no beef with y'all. Do whatever the hell it is you want to do. Do what you want to do with your kids. However, somebody asked my opinion on this matter, and this is how I feel. I will never be okay with allowing a child to make a decision that detrimental to their life. I will never be okay with that. I don't care. I definitely plan to educate myself a little bit more on this matter. However, I doubt that there's any book anywhere or any opinion that somebody's going to tell me that's going to make me okay with letting a child make a decision like that. That's just period, point blank, and that's how I feel. If I get canceled for this, then you know what? Maybe this is a world where they don't need a Neo no more, all right? And I got no problem with that. I'm a hustler, all right? I'll figure it out. I got kids.
What you're hearing is an example of integrity, not selling out to keep making money because people don't like what you're saying. That's a move. That is an example. And I don't really like Neo that much, to be honest with you. But I got to give credit where credit is due. That's integrity. Standing on something. Standing on what you believe in. Standing on principle.
To raise, and I'm going to do that regardless. So with that being said, y'all have a good day. I love everybody. Live how you want to live, love how you want to love, but your opinion is yours. Speak your opinion as much as you damn well feel like it. Because as I said, they're not important, they're not special. Everybody got one, and you're entitled to it. I'm entitled to mine. All right? Y'all feel how y'all want to feel. Have a great day. Neo, peace and love.
I thought that was pretty good. I'm gonna play a woman. You know, right now before I play that, I'm gonna give you some transgenders point of view, and I gave you a bisexual or lesbian point of view, and I gave you a heterosexual point of view from the clips I'm playing. Now I'm gonna give you a homosexual point of view about what this person thinks homosexuality is, as he is being interviewed by a heterosexual male. Check it out. I think you may find this interesting.
You said nobody is born gay.
Yeah, I don't believe that. And I'm a gay person and I don't believe that.
What do you think that comes from? That
I'm gonna back it up. He said he don't believe anyone is born gay. The homosexual man does not believe that anyone is born gay. Here we go.
You said nobody is born gay.
Yeah, I don't believe that. And I'm a gay person and I don't believe that.
What do you think that comes from? That people think that they are born gay, and you know.
You never sat down with a gay guy except he has to go through traumatized when he was young. As people, let's do the math, let's do the percentage. It's gonna come that they went through something in their life that has to do with them. That, and it is not bad. A lot of people these days, they like both. I like both. Nobody believes it, but it's none of my business. I'm not here to make you believe what I believe. I'm just saying my opinion. Do I think my opinion is right? Yes.
You see, I like what he said. He said that he's not trying to make anyone believe what he believes. He's just stating his opinion. See, everyone has an opinion. Every person from every community has an opinion about sexuality, sexual preference, and other people's lifestyles, including their own. Everyone has an opinion. An opinion should not be something that starts a fight. An opinion should not be something that causes people to bash people on the head. No, it should be a way to peacefully disagree with each other. Now, I got one last one to play. This woman goes in right here. I like this lady. I'm going to play her, and she'll be the last one. Y'all tell me what you think about it. I know this is a longer video than normal, but I thought this is a very broad subject, so let's go ahead and do this.
Everyone is in an uproar about who can bleed and who can't. Men have become so obsessed with women that they want to turn into one. And I find it quite flattering that womanhood seems so great to you guys. Y'all know me. You may not like what I got to say, but I'm going to say it anyways. In recent conversation, there's been a lot of uproar between trans women and real women. In my opinion, I think the most misogynistic thing that a man can do is reject his biology as a man and go into women-dominated spaces telling other women how he's a better woman than them because it's based off of his feelings of how he perceives a woman to be, while walking in society emulating what he believes a woman looks like by replicating other women. When we're discussing womanhood, I cannot go to another woman and ask her what it feels like to be a woman, because being a woman is not a feeling. However, being a woman, I absolutely am subjected to my reproductive organs that identify me as a woman. And saying that doesn't mean that I'm less than a woman. It just means that that is the beginning of my woman origin and my woman experience. And for the women who can't have a baby, we still recognize those women as women because they do have the reproductive organs to do so. However, we also understand that something is medically wrong with them. I will give credence to the fact that women are not the only people who have a period if we're identifying them that way, because non-binary people or trans men actually can also have a period, but at the basis of it, we call those biological women. However, when you're talking about trans women, we understand that that is something that biologically impossible you cannot do. The power struggle here that comes into play is when there is a very small minority of people imposing onto a larger group of people that are telling them what they would like to be called, how they would like to be treated, how they would like to be pronounced, and how they would like to be identified.
You see, I want you to see the common denominator in all this stuff right here, and the majority of those, is the fact that people do not want to play along with you. You get what I'm saying? People don't feel that they should have to agree with you, because this is what it feels like. It almost feels as if I don't agree with these group of people or anybody, and I'm not picking on nobody, no particular group, then there's a problem. If I'm a business owner, and this has happened, this is real life. If I'm a business owner and my religious belief is that men and women should get married, not that men and men should get married or women and women should get married. If that is my religious belief that is protected underneath the U.S. Constitution, my First Amendment right, freedom of religion, my freedom to practice my personal religious beliefs, then what happens is certain people from a certain group of people want to protest my business and shut it down. Label me as homophobic, label me as transphobic, label me, just make me look like a bad guy when all I said is I don't believe in certain things. That, in my opinion, you shouldn't do it. That's what's wrong with having an opinion. That's what these people are saying. What's wrong with having an opinion?
But then you're imposing terminology onto them that they have yet to accept. So I must appease your feelings, calling you by the pronouns that you identify with as, because you have chose to make this decision about putting on a wig and putting on nails and putting on a dress. However, when I tell you I reject terms like birthing person or breastfeeder or real woman or biological woman.
Birth feeder? Man, I ain't know that one. See, I would be offended too.
On nails and putting on a dress. However, when I tell you I reject terms like birthing person or breastfeeder or real woman or biological woman or cisgendered woman, at this point, then I should just understand and accept it because science says so. But science also says at the basis of your DNA, you are biologically a male. So why are we not listening to science all the way across the board? Seems a little hypocritical to me. And since everyone has such an issue with understanding just hilarious, let me go ahead and put my cape on because I think I could break it down for you a little bit more. It's very disingenuous for you to overshadow that woman's feelings in regards to her womanhood when she actually has given birth to a baby, which biologically that does make her a woman. However, you decided to discuss her looks and says that she looks like a trans person while you're also attempting to advocate for trans people. It's giving inherent transphobia. Also, to resurface the interview where she's relaying her experience of a man DMing her thinking that she was a trans woman to have sex with her probably offended her because she's an actual woman, and it should be more of a slight to trans people considering the fact that that person has a fetish and just wanted to sexualize you and use you as an inanimate object. As a Black woman, we have to be extremely mindful of how we attach ourselves to other intersectional groups when it comes to their issues, because we're always the first to remind people nobody respects us and nobody protects us, but we're the first to jump into the line of fire when other people need a defense. So here's a few things to remember when you're talking allyship. They're always present when it's time to give the tea or bash heterosexual men and amplify any bad experience that we've had in regards to our relationship issues. But anytime it's time to help these children and provide for them or be a better role model or even your protection, they are nowhere to be found. Not saying that there is an agenda, but I will say for a very small group of people who seem to not have any effect on anybody, when their issues come up in conversation, they're making a huge ruckus, and their representation comes at the basis of overshadowing other marginalized people.
Now, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. Women, back to what she was saying, why should any man protect you when you keep... Let me take my glasses off of this one. Again, why should any man protect you, ladies? when you're steady telling us that you don't need us, that you're better than us, that you don't need a man, that you're better off single, that you can do bad all by yourself, why would a man come to your aid? You can't have it both ways, man. We should not come to your aid and protect you, even though it seems like it's the right thing to do. But why should we protect you when you consistently bash us? You try to belittle us, say we ain't nothing, say you want a man that makes $100,000 annually. You don't want to, what that lady, Ebony K. Williams said, she wouldn't even date a man that was a bus driver because he is beneath her because she makes so much money and she's so highly educated. Why would a man want to protect you? Do you see what I'm saying? So before I end this, let me say, this video is not an attack on the LGBTQIA plus community. This is a peaceful video. I have to say that because some of y'all go crazy and think, I'm trying to protest him. No, it's not that. I'm just bringing things out to show you some in an educational video about what people's opinions are about this matter and how it is affecting the Black community, any community of color, and white is a color. This is something that is affecting your children. So you tell me what you think about this in the comments. And again, I know this is a long video, but it was just so much stuff to cover. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Take it easy.